There is a quiet moment when a woman realizes she has been living without herself. Not dramatically, not suddenly, but gently, through years of prioritizing what was needed, what was expected, what kept things running. At some point, worth stopped being something she felt and became something she tried to earn. She adapted, she adjusted, she carried more than she should have, and slowly forgot that her value was never conditional. This forgetting does not mean weakness. It means endurance. We speak to you now because this is not a loss. It is a disconnection that can be restored. We, the Pleiadians, work within the emotional field of realignment, especially with women whose sense of worth became external, measured by usefulness, presence, or emotional labor. As you listen, notice where your attention lives. Is it always outside? Always attentive to others? There is nothing wrong with care, only with abandonment of the self. This moment is an invitation, not to become someone new, but to return to who you were before you learned to shrink. For many women, forgetting their worth did not happen through rejection, but through responsibility. You became reliable, emotionally available, capable of holding others together, and slowly your inner value began to feel secondary to how much you could give, fix, or sustain. Worth became associated with effort, with endurance, with being needed. When appreciation faded, you did not protest. You adjusted again. This is how self-worth becomes silent, not because it disappears, but because it is no longer listened to. We, the Pleiadians, observe this pattern often. A heart that was never taught to rest inside itself learns to look outward for confirmation. But worth is not proven through sacrifice. It is remembered through presence. Notice how your body responds when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop justifying your sensitivity, when you stop performing strength. There is a subtle relief there, a quiet signal from within saying, I am still here. You never lost your value. You only placed it somewhere it could not stay, and now it is ready to return. Returning to yourself does not require confrontation. It does not require cutting people off or proving how much you were overlooked. Realignment happens quietly, the moment you stop negotiating your inner truth. It begins when you allow yourself to take up space internally, even if nothing changes around you yet. We, the Pleiadians, guide this phase gently, because when worth returns too abruptly, the nervous system resists. You were conditioned to equate love with adaptation. So the first step back to yourself is learning that safety can exist without effort. Notice what happens when you no longer rush to respond, when you pause before agreeing, when you listen inward before offering outward. This pause is not withdrawal. It is recalibration. Your value is not restored by being seen differently by others, but by seeing yourself without interruption. In this space, something ancient awakens, a memory of self that was never loud, never demanding, only present. And presence is where worth naturally lives. You are not becoming more valuable. You are simply allowing yourself to belong to yourself again. This is where return becomes felt, not as an idea, but as a settling inside the chest. We, the Pleiadians, work within the emotional field of restoration and realignment, especially with women who learn to survive by leaving themselves quietly behind. There is nothing you need to reclaim aggressively, nothing you need to demand, nothing you need to explain. Worth returns when the heart realizes it no longer has to earn permission to exist. As you listen now, notice the quality of your breath. Notice if your shoulders soften even slightly. These are not accidents. They are signals of alignment. You are allowed to matter without effort. You are allowed to choose yourself without guilt. You are allowed to come back. If this message reached something personal in you, write the words, "I return to myself" in the comments. Not for us, but to mark the moment when you stopped abandoning your own center. This act anchors the intention in the emotional field. It tells your system that return is no longer postponed. You have not gone too far. You have not waited too long. You are right on time, and you are already on your way back.